Wow. Look at the pretty flower. Ignore the text. Don't worry about none of that. Someone's having a bad day and decided to take it out on the asphalt there. That's all right. Just ignore that and look at the pretty flower. Miso says, let me in. Oh, well, why is Miso not allowed in? Look at that stare. You're trying to go to a fancy place. You know that there's going to be some fish there, and Miso wants some fish. I don't think there's a problem. I think you're depriving Miso of their hard-earned fish. That's what I think. I think you're being a bad host. Yeah. 115 days since last accident. Hey, just climb up there, erase the 115, slap a big fat goose egg on there. What happened? The citizen from a couch just told me she's pregnant. Uh-oh. Anyone tell you about safety in the workplace? Not wearing protection is not OSHA compliant, bro. Did you read the handbook? Pineapple. Hey, it's only 50 cents though. That's not bad. 50 cents for a pineapple? I'll give it a try. Better than doing nothing. You know that study we did of letting people either shock themselves or do nothing, and everyone chose to shock the shit out of themselves? If I either had to do nothing or eat the pineapple, I'll try the pineapple. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? How was your chat with Anus? Anus from Walmart. How satisfied were you with the chat assistance provided by Anus? Dude, excellent Anus. If I had to say so. Walmart's Anus, 5 stars. If you had to ask me. I mean, look, he's so popular with the customers, they got a portrait of him right next to the name Walmart. You see that right there? You see the wrinkle? My dog's ball got stuck in a tree, so I tried to throw the ball launcher at it, and it just made things worse. Uh-oh. Yeah, and there it is. And you went for it, man. This looks like a thin tree. The branches look real thin. I know, obviously, from the perspective, this is high up, but I mean, I feel like you could shake the tree real hard and get these things knocked out, right? I mean, it's not locked in there. You could shake the tree as hard as you could, and both the ball and the ball launcher will come floating down from that tree. This situation is entirely fixable. I bet that dog looked at you like you were a real asshole. Banana eel is the new ruler. Bananas for scale. Wow. And yes, it is, dude. Look at him. I see why they call it a banana eel. What an interesting choice. Okay. I know the fisherman was like, damn, that eel looks like a banana. But just to entertain me for a split second, do you think the first person who discovered a banana eel was like, who the hell left these bananas in the water? It's alive! Like had a full-on meltdown? I hope so. That'd be a good fishing story. Bumblebee, carpenter bee, honey bee, or spelling bee? Who corrects the honey? Because you got it wrong, man. All these bees, but only one of them is doing the hard work to make sure things are spelled right around here. Sorry, what? Dance reticle ove to bees. What does that mean? I don't understand what any of that means. You mean dance recital? Dance recital? What's the of to bees part? This feels, there's context here missing. This is put in the funny subreddit, but I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing because I don't understand what I'm looking at. What, is that due to bees? Dance reticle due to bees? Okay, all right, hold on. Now I'm understanding. This was written in a hurry. This was written in a panic and they had no time to spell check. The dance recital is somewhere to the right due to the bees, and he wrote that quickly because the bees were approaching. Good news. You can be a bee, and they wanted to spread the good word. They wanted to remind you that you can live for 30 years. Oh boy. God doesn't make mistakes. Right next to my favorite billboard, hot shingles looking to get nailed. Go to mikesroofing.net and look at all these hot shingles in your area. That's a good advertisement. That's funny. It hits all the right things. It's eye-catching. It makes you double take, which on the road, you always want to double take at a billboard. You know, who cares if there's a Honda Civic in front of you with a rushed boss trying to get home? If you're double taking that sign and you rear end that guy, he's not gonna be mad. He's gonna understand. Order sent to McDonald's, and we're at the part where they're ordering it at the window, and then thank you to enjoy is next. But what's that drive-through code? BJ69. Well, that is one way to have one. Tell us your code at the speaker, but I'm embarrassed. What's your code, sir? BJ69. You just hear like a Sorry, what was that? You have to say it louder. Because you joined r/books. Book influencer dies at 36 in fatal stabbing incident. Well, that's tragic, but that's not why I joined r/books. That's horrible news, but I was there to learn about good reads. So she's dressed up as a bee. He's dressed up as a flower. Just a little bit of role play to spice up the bedroom, but she is not doing that. Hang your head in shame, buddy. She's not gonna get any nectar from you, bro. She's not gonna collect your pollen. No matter how bad you might want it, your pollen is staying in one place. How about you go stand in the sun in your little flower pot? The little frown on him. Oh. Uber Eats censored part of my customer's delivery instructions. Meet outside. Note from customer. Ring the bell on beep gate. Well, if we translate that, ring the bell on big black gate. Why would we censor that? You took preemptive measures. Uber read the first two words and went, wait. And they didn't even think to check the rest of it. I didn't even think about that my order instructions could get censored by Uber. Has that ever, if you're someone who doesn't, do anything with like gig work like that, where you're not doing Uber or Lyft or whatever, I don't think this has ever crossed your mind that your delivery instructions could get censored. It opens up a whole world of problems that I never knew existed. You have been found guilty of heinous, awful crimes, ones that make me sick to my stomach. More so, you have shown absolutely no remorse, seeming to revel in your cruelty. Therefore, I have no choice but to apply the harshest punishment available. Do your worst. Cleaning all of our Venetian blinds. What? No, please. Anything but that. It takes so long. One by one, and you only have 10 wet wipes to do it with. 10 disinfecting wet wipes. No more, no less. And this complex is chock full to the brim with Venetian blinds. It seems fitting for the low life of society like you. The 10 out of 10 said she wanted a man who can cook. Oh, hey, look at that, man. Nice. What is that, gourmet? I see that garnish there. You got the little decorative schmear of ketchup, a freshly boiled hot dog. You can tell by the coloration, that's not grilled, certainly not microwaved, it's not blown out. That is a freshly boiled hot dog. And I hope you saved a little bit of the hot dog water to make a gelatin. That's real fancy. And then you just top that with some chives. Beautiful garnish. I like that. I usually, not everyone understands the complicated art of, fine dining. It's nice to see fellow artists. Dildos. Oh, pizza dough mix. If this bit is that it's like a pickle, is it pickle flavored pizza dough? Why is it dill? Who's dill and why does he have dough? What's dill dough all about? Next to me at a light. Sometimes the drive just calls for some kosher dills. Very nice. Very nice collection. And as you can tell, no tongs either. He's going in bare-handed. Hand in the jar. He's gonna have brine on his fingers on the steering wheel. Just how he likes it. It's a snack for later when he gets to wherever he's going. This is a guy who plans, but you would know nothing about that. If he gets in an accident, he's gonna be in a real pickle. Well, don't even get me started on real pickles. What's the big deal? Sorry, Gam. This is the fastest exit. And as you can see, I need to get to that area of refuge. And one way or another, we're going. You got your parachute on, Gam? From your days as a skydiver? We're gonna make it together, don't you worry. I'll be on your back like Yoda. Gave my robot vacuum anime eyes, and now I feel bad for yelling at it. Well, yeah, now you've given it sentience. Now it thinks, At first it just followed directives. Now it has emotions. You've given it life that it never should have had. Comprehension it never wanted. It has a soul, but will never quite fully be human. It's a horrible existence. A photo I found from preschool photo day. I'm on the right and my mom posted it on Facebook without realizing what I was doing. Nice. Good one. And I like that we have the burnout on the faces. Very smart. Good work. But look what you're doing, man. Just a little bird. No one's gonna know. Right under the table like no one even saw. It's all good. It's funny. Donate blood for a free trucker hat. You mean it? Just for me? How much blood do I gotta give? Hold on, what's the catch? Hey, wait a minute. Hey, hold on now. How much blood you asking for that hat? Not haunted. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, that's what you want me to think. What if I want it haunted? How about that? You know how fun? Maybe fun's the wrong word. You know how interesting living in a haunted house might be? Lexi, turn on the TV. Smart devices so soon inherit the earth. That's hot. Okay, going back to using the remote. I don't like that you two just talk to it. You guys are getting a little too intimate for my liking. And you know, love is beautiful. I'm happy that you two will have each other when robots take over the earth, but I'm trying to watch Fallout right now, and I don't need all this. Okay, so just put that on hold for another time. My 9 and 11-year-old daughters didn't understand why we couldn't go into this ice cream store. Well, that's because seems like the answer is because it's not an ice cream store. But I understand how as a child you'd be confused, since that looks like an ice cream. I can understand the confusion there. That's awful marketing on their part. I'd like to have a word with this Mr. Weenie for deceitful marketing. What a wonderful world! What a wonderful world awaits me outside! Opens the door right in the face. Pow right in the kisser. Happens every time. You think it won't, you think that this time is gonna be fine, but sometimes it gets you right in the face. Other times it gets you right in the balls. So, face I'll take any day over the balls. Neat Freaks Anonymous. Hi, I'm Mark. I've been clean for as long as I can remember. Oh, dude. Yeah, that addiction runs deep, doesn't it, buddy? Check those fingernails. Pristine. Cuticles even. This guy's got it. Behind the ears, everything's clean as a whistle. OSHA approved. Very nice. The on the car. Oh my God. Incredible work. They got the one safety buddy out there, the accountability buddy, making sure that if anything goes wrong, they're also on the hook. And just, dude, oh my God. That makes you a little squeamish. Whataburger, what a staff member. What a bold move. Would that make you want to try the Whataburger? If this burger is, their special is so good, they don't even have the right equipment to tell people, but they're doing whatever it takes. I'm pulling in. I'll have the OSHA burger. I'll try it. If you have 12-inch mosquitoes, a citronella plant isn't gonna help you. Sorry. What the fuck is a 12-inch mosquito? I've never seen one of those in my life, but if I did, I think I'd scream. I'd scream and immediately pray to the Lord, because clearly this was a plague. Typical scenery, and that is certainly a town name, Poland. Oh, and he's just having a nap, hanging out with all the hogs. Look at them. Look at them just chilling with him. They're making sure his belongings are safe. They're checking it out for him, making sure there's nothing dangerous in there. Well, he takes a nap. He's earned it. Hasn't he earned a long rest? I think he has. Went on a date with someone who's really into me. Huge red flag. Because I suck. And I made sure they knew it too. And well, they were looking at me with hard eyes the entire time. They lost. Every rental car line ever. Beautiful. Another Matt Shirley graph. So take a look. Take a real close look. We got blue dots, yellow dots, orange dots, pink dots, green dots, beige dots, purple dots, and red dots. All right. In the very front right now, we have those blue dots, and those blue dots are workers kind of just milling around in the background. All right. They're just hanging out. The 2 yellow dots are workers who are frantically trying to find cars for people who reserved cars. All right. The orange dot is just one guy actively getting tricked by those insurance questions. Yeah, and sometimes you're not smart enough to see through them. You can get fooled. It's okay. The 7 dots in pink, well, that's a family that just came off a 39-hour travel day who just found out they're renting a truck. Horrible information to have dropped on you. Dad's in trouble. Those 3 green dots, well, I'm glad you asked. Those are people who were in line for the wrong rental company. Oh no, disaster strikes where you least expect it. Those 5 beige dots, those are people who will show no sense of urgency when they get to the front, because life's a little game. Life is fun and they just want to relax and take it easy, man, while, everyone else is waiting on you. Because that person in purple, well, that's a lady who has no driver's license. She shouldn't even be in the line. 0 license. She can't even legally drive. And the red, well, that's me, who's supposed to be downtown in 15 minutes. And all of them, I don't know if you knew this, but they all have a second meaning. They're all people wondering why in the this takes so long. Why renting cars is an arduous process. I love the Matt Shirley graphs. I really appreciate each one I see. Try to give them all proper due attention, Only in Florida do you need an explicit sign reminding people in the TSA line that they cannot bring their RPG on a plane. And there it is. is not just any sign, a moving, flashing sign telling you, hey, don't know if you thought about bringing this, but don't bring your RPG on the plane. All right, hey, listen, we know you just got off playing, GTA 4, but do not leave it out of the hot bar, huh? How about that? Do us a favor and keep it out. Nice try, dude. I see you're going for the S, you got it backwards. Maybe that was the intention. Maybe you wanted to be, buck against the system, do a backwards S. I like that. I like your style, but I guess we'll never know. The artist is anonymous. Am I too tired, or is it literally smiling? No, it's smiling. It's flashing. It's pearly nothings at you. It's just happy to see you. And is that a crime? Is that a crime for your inanimate objects to be smiling at you Disney movie style? I don't think so. I'm saying, hey, thanks. And how do you do to you too? Oh, snack time. Everyone's favorites. I mean, look in the back. You got some gummy bears, some peach rings, some Sour Patch Kids. But if you got a heavy hankering, let me introduce you to the main event. Some option 2, some plan B, some one step, whatever you need, dude. Yummy, plan B pills, just in case. Ooh, yum, 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 yum. I'm starving. Absolutely famished. Thanks, Rite Aid. I knew you'd have me covered. The manager special, 3 for $1. Well, what is it, manager? Lime? Thank you. But the regular is just 29 cents. Hold on. Wait a minute. 29 cents for 1 lime. Hold on a second. Oh, you sneaky sly dog, you manager, you. I just had to do the math. So if a lime is normally 29 cents, if I wanted 3 limes, I'm paying 87 cents. But that special says 3 for $1. You don't expect anyone to be whiz kids in the produce aisle. They're just trying to do their shopping. So they're gonna see that special and go, oh, 3 for $1, what a steal. And they're gonna get, you're taking like a 13 cent profit off the back of this special. But you're not getting me. I see through your scheme. Banana split. Oh, yum, 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 yum. What is that, Nutella and a banana? We gotta make it work. And if you had no more buns, I understand you had to do what you had to do. And, well, it looks scrum-diddly-umptious. I appreciate the dessert. A little bit of whipped cream on that, you're gonna be having a good time. Perfect match. Nice. Why is this a perfect match? I don't understand. Is it the steering wheel? It's upside down, man. I feel like I'm missing context to this. I don't know why, but this reminds me of the Count on Sesame Street. A little bit, doesn't it? Yeah, I can see what, the teeth? Yeah, okay. Okay, hold on, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a little bit. Hold on, can we get a side-by-side? Can we get a side-by-side comparison on this so I can, for my records, I need to make sure, I just need to double check. Hey, Dad, what's it like to be an adult? You're always tired. That's true. And things hurt that shouldn't hurt. You ever pull a cramp in the middle of the night? Worst thing, yeah, that wakes you right up, huh? Because you didn't drink enough water? You were dumb and stupid and didn't have enough water the night before? And now, oh, that cramp is going. Feels like someone's pounding at your thigh, stabbing you. Oh, we have fun here. Oh, wow. A 97 Lincoln Town Car for only 11.5 grand? What do you call that bad boy? The Torta Slayer? Wow. Are you a certified big game hunter? One of my buddies. On his car, there is a sticker on the back windshield that says certified big game hunter. And there was a time where his Discord profile picture was the Count from Sesame Street with a t-shirt that said, I heart BBWs. He's in it for the game. I think if anyone, he would appreciate this vehicle. He would get this car, and good for you, man. Hell yeah. Woofs of wisdom, and very important. It's important to take notes because you never know when the quizzes are going to be. So everyone's writing it down. Writing down the gospel to make sure they have it retained for later. The best way to retain information is to write it down. I'm glad to see that you've learned that. Your Honor, while we've heard the expert witnesses, we, the jury, have decided to do our own research. We are currently browsing Truth Social, X.com, daily, other Daily Mail places, whatever other things there are. I don't know why I'm assuming that this is a hella right-wing guy, but I would just assume that, that would be the kind of guy to make this statement. Like an open and shut case, and he just goes, Your Honor, we've heard the testimonies, but I don't believe what the left tells me. So I'm gonna have to go to watch Louder with Crowder and see what he thinks of this case. And then and only then will I have absorbed enough information to make a decision, delaying the trial by weeks. Everyone hates this guy. We all have an uncle like this right now, don't we? Or a dad, and that's even worse. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no.